Happy Tuesday, Striver. It's Ben Richard, founder of Growth Day, and this month's topic, we are taking on the fitness mindset here in Growth Day, not just from the perspective of your physiology and biology, not just being physically fit, but we're taking on mental fitness, emotional fitness. We're taking on spiritual fitness. We're taking on social fitness and, of course, physical fitness. To me, as I spoke about on yesterday's huge broadcast, our April 1st kickoff in Growth Day, I did a 3-hour nonstop seminar on these topics because I really believe if you can become fit and strong in life, when you have the energy, the strength, the skill set, the adaptability, the stuff of fitness, then you can have a remarkable life. Many people, though, never choose to get fit. They go through their life never learning to master their thoughts. They don't even try to improve their emotions. They don't even try to get into real health physically. They don't think that often about their social life in terms of fitness, their ability to influence or lead or set boundaries or live courageously. And often they're detached spiritually from themselves or their creator, and they're not sure why. And so I want to celebrate you for being in Growth Day. You know, the fact that you strive for a great quality of life means you're working in these areas. What I'd like to do today is give you more ambition about them. I want you to have an extraordinary level of fitness in these areas. That energy, that strength of a healthy life, when that is holistic, it's just a whole other level of life experience. And I know you know this, we all do, because when we are unhealthy in any of these areas, our life satisfaction goes down, our joy goes down, our confidence goes down, our ability to be productive and influential goes down, our longevity goes down. This stuff is, in many ways, life or death, and it makes life worthwhile. It makes life pop and vibrant when we are mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and socially aligned, energized, strong. That is the ambition for Growth Day. As I shared, I did 3 hours on this topic, and I'll just give you a little preview of something that the audience seemed to enjoy, at least when I was watching the chat. And that was, I gave a framework I called doors. You know, there are a lot of doors that open up to better opportunities. There are a lot of doors that open up that give us new insight, new inspiration. And so I use the framework as an acronym, DOORS. And I just said, hey, in each of these areas, if you really want to be conscious and you're striving for these things, you should think about them. The D stands for definition. What does the definition of health and fitness mean to you in each of the areas? Meaning, what does mental fitness mean to you? What's emotional fitness mean to you? What does physical fitness mean to you? What does spiritual fitness mean to you? And what does social fitness mean to you? Defining it, having clarity there gives us something to understand, align to, aim towards, and improve. Of course, then I broke it down. The O in the DOORS framework was our objectives. What are the objectives we have in these areas of our life? I talked about the objectives I have in my personal career, the objectives I have in terms of serving people, the energy I need to have to be able to do what I do, is appear on this many stages, create this much content, do this much marketing, teaching, training, and coaching at levels of output that very few in our industry do, let alone very few in history have ever done. This many live in-person events, marketing this many programs and offers, doing this much teaching and coaching, not just here in the Daily Fire, you have to think about all the other rhythms. I have to be in a place where I'm mentally and emotionally so strong and energized that I can have the creative output. It's a training for me. And see, we're always training. You're conditioning and training yourself for something. The question is, what? And the question is it conscious? Because a lot of people have conscious but also unconscious patterns of behavior that are affecting their ability to feel fit, healthy, strong, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and socially. And so I have to really think and get clear about the objectives I want. I want to be able to go full out on stage, leaping as high as I can, as wide and far as I can for 3 minutes straight. I have other, personal objectives in my own health and fitness. I want to be able to run 15 minutes out flat, fast. I want to be able to hop on any bike, any size, any shape, anywhere in the world and ride for an hour, up the mountain, down the mountain, up the hill. I have the goals of being able to hop into a kayak and just go all day in that kayak and enjoy the river. So I have different objectives that really define to me what each of these areas means. That's the work of personal development. That's the 3-hour training we did. It was a workshop. We'll air it as a watch party on Wednesday. I hope you'll check it out. Another part of this acronym is the first, again, the D is definition. The O is objectives, specific objectives. The other O is obstacles. What gets in your way? Why don't you feel more mentally energized, emotionally energized, physically, spiritually, socially? What are the things that get in your way from feeling more energized, strong, capable, adaptive in each of those areas? It was a big part of the workshop that we did. Then the R stands for routines. What conscious routines can you set up to optimize and improve and elevate each of those areas? And then the S stood for socialization. Getting around other people who are striving, who are capable, who are positive, who are empowering. You know the power of your community or your peer group is so important, but it's especially important when we are talking about your overall life fitness. I know that you know that, but I really challenge the group to architect and build a community of 10 extraordinary people around them in their lives that energize them and serve as a model. And for some people, that sounds like so many people, and it is. But you got 80, 90 years on this planet. God bless, God willing. You can find 10 extraordinary people, amazing friends who inspire you. I talked about my own journey to starting Ultra, how I needed to be around people who were as into advanced personal development as I was. Not just because I was starting Growth Day, but I really felt like at that point in my life, I wanted to be re-energized by hearing people's extraordinary ambitions to build their business, to make an impact, to be great parents, to, do something remarkable with their lives, to improve, to get better. If that was, something I felt, I knew other people were feeling it, and I knew people wanted to see each other more often. So I started Ultra. If you're not yet a member, go to growthday.com/Ultra. And now you're at a higher level in Growth Day. You're in my private group, our highest level community, where we get together twice a month to work on our life at advanced levels. Yesterday, I also spent, 2.5 hours with our Ultra members, setting their goals for the month, talking about the challenges they're facing, going on a more advanced conversation and more personal conversation about this topic of fitness, and spending time breaking out with the group, networking, having an incredible time together. We do that on the 1st and the 15th of every single month. You can go to growthday.com/Ultra if you're interested in that level of socialization to improve your life. The DOORS framework was a mental model that you can use in any area of your life. Define what you want. Define and identify and list out the objectives, the obstacles, the routines you need to optimize and improve and run to succeed, and socialize it. Get around other amazing people doing that. Simple, basic personal development. But when you apply that DOORS framework to your mental fitness, then again to your emotional fitness, then again to your physical fitness, and again to your spiritual fitness, and again to your social fitness, you start to see a pretty well-rounded, holistic, and incredible path to an extraordinary life. I want to urge you to have that ambition again, have that ambition. Raise your ambition, raise your standards, raise the expectation you have on yourself. I know a lot of people say, oh my gosh, but they might get down, they might get frustrated, they might deal with guilt and shame as they face their health, they might feel disempowered, they might not know what to do. Don't worry, covered all that in the seminar yesterday. You'll be able to access a piece of that as a watch party on Wednesday. We'll make sure we get that up for you. Mastery members, as always, you get the full 3-hour replay. It was just an epic, epic day of training. But I want to tell you this. Raise that ambition. This area of your life is so important because you are training for something good in life. There's a future opportunity that's going to need a bigger, better, stronger, bolder, more fit, healthy, capable you. There's a door that could open in the future that needs you to be preparing now, needs you to be skilling up now, needs you to getting lean and strong and resilient now. I think that's so important. So many people are afraid to say that with strength because they don't want to offend anybody. But listen, I was that person at one point in my life where I didn't have good, strong, energized health in all these areas, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and socially. I keep saying those categories because I think few people have ever defined them and really set the ambition for them. And I just determined, you know what? I need to get better in all these areas. I don't believe I have to do it overnight. I'm willing to stick to a routine. I'm willing to do research. I'm willing to skill up in each of these areas. I'm willing to play the long game, but I'm going to do that because I want to feel so good that just like that, I can inspire people. That just like that, I can be great. That just like that, I can turn on. That just like that, I can create, I can write, I can coach. Whenever it's demanded upon me to serve, I'm ready. And I took the time to condition myself and train myself to be ready. Now, I'm not a person who had goals to look a certain way. I just wanted to have a certain level of energy and strength and adaptability in each of these areas I'm talking about. It was very important to me to be well-rounded in these areas as much as it was, to get six-pack abs or be jacked. It was, can I handle the demands of a very busy and influential life? And I knew at one point I couldn't. And I believed enough in that law of attraction and that idea that with great energy, more comes. And I just believed, I was like, okay, I'm going to build up my energy. I'm going to be able to serve. I'm going to take care of myself. And hey, I know it's a challenge. Sometimes we don't feel good. Sometimes we feel sick. Sometimes we got to care for other people. Sometimes life isn't going our way exactly. And if that's true and obvious, then let's start conditioning ourselves and preparing ourselves to be our best through those difficult times. You're always training. You're always doing conditioning. You can always shift into a higher level of fitness in every area of your life. This month is all about that in Growth Day, so I celebrate you being here. I want you to remember you can get more fit because every day is a great day to grow.